Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and welcome to day 39 of our 100-day countdown to the best version of ourselves in the new year. We're in the 30s, people. You might be younger than that, but I haven't been in the 30s for years, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. So, anyway, I'm just happy to be here. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I hope you're surviving. What do they call it? Black Friday. Really wanted to talk about is just excess, right? I mean, in some ways, no excess serves us at all. Let's just put it that way. So right now, any excess weight that I'm carrying, and I most certainly am, is not serving me. I mean, yeah, my body thought that it was lovingly storing fat to protect me later, but later doesn't come. Later never comes. So I have to tell my body, you've done your job. Now let's let go. But also, what about just around the house? We're just in a society that just wants more, more, more. And sadly, with very little consequences because of credit cards and things like that, which people so readily spend and go into debt. And I'm guilty of all of that. I'm a compulsive nightmare and I do go for broke, but I've been conscious for a while now and I'm very much aware of not wanting to just have stuff. It bogs me down. I mean, that is the biggest problem, right? The more clutter you have, the more trapped you can feel. That's certainly true for me. And so I just want to let things go. I'm a little bit different than my husband. My husband has trouble letting things go, for one. And when he does let things go, he wants to sell it. And I know that is smart for sure. But I'm kind of like, we already got to use it. We purchased it for what we had the purpose of. Let's assume that it has done its job and give it away to those in need. So I'm one of those who just wants to give it, give it, give it, and trust that life will provide and, that God will rejoice in my generous heart. So we got to find a balance because it is pretty smart to try and earn some money back. But I don't really have the discipline either because it takes work, right? You have to prep it, take photos, put it on sites, meet the people. It's a lot of stuff and a lot of steps for that. Super smart for sure. But for me, I'm kind of like, I'm going to trust God and just give it, give it, give it, right? And let somebody else profit off of it and just trust that I'm provided for. What's your thought on that? I know for sure I'm done with clutter. I used to love trinkets and all these cute little things, and we still have a bunch, and they mean a lot. But I can't stand it. I just feel burdened by clutter. So I have a couple days before school starts on Monday, and I'm trying to go through and just reduce stuff in my drawers, in my closet, trying to trust that I don't have to keep clothes of every single size just in case, just trying to be in the present a little bit more. I spent some time in my classroom and I got rid of a bunch of stuff there and donated some things that people could use and gave the rest away to places that I was hoping could use it. I can't stand adding to landfills, that is for sure. But, it's interesting because they say that there is absolutely no more or more less than there's ever been on the planet. And in a way that has to be true because everything we generate comes from something, right? So whether it's been repackaged or reformed in some other way, plastics or whatever, it came from something that was already here. And it's the same thing, right? Our water supply and everything else is always regenerated and replenished. Sadly, only 1% is drinkable, and that's always scary. But I just trust that God has a plan, that scientists will come up with ways to preserve us. And we have to do our best to reduce our footprint on the planet. So that's kind of my goal. What can I do to reduce my footprint and provide for others and have a generous heart in doing so? It's kind of my prayer right now. So what are your thoughts on that? Are you reducing stuff? Are you a clutter monster? Do you store everything in your home? It's a difficult thing. I mean, the fact that they even have TV shows on hoarding kind of tells you where we're at. All right. That's my topic of the day as we've just finished and we're getting ready for holidays and inevitably people want to buy more, more, more. Are they letting some of it go to make room for the new? Like my body, can I let some of this go so that I can only thrive in health That's what I am going for. Okay? So until we talk again, leave comments below. I'd love to see where you're at. Like if you like, join us if you haven't. Please subscribe. And know that I'll be here again for the next 39 days to celebrate that new year as the best version of ourselves. All right? Peace be with you and be blessed.